Italians in Ireland may be proudly interested in the knowledge that the Irish Army has had amongst its generals a third-generation Italian, namely General Vincent Francis Savino. In 1890, his grandfather came to Ireland en route to the United States and decided to settle in Dublin. Here he married Mary Rose Gasparo, from whom he had 4 children. One of his children, Frank, was employed in the Ministry of Defense in Ireland in his later years, not knowing that, in turn, one of his own children, Vincent Francis, would pursue a brilliant military career in the Irish Army. General Savino, who is retired a good few years now, talked to us at the headquarters of the Irish United Nations Veterans Associations, which is beside this wonderful park, which is the Easter 1916 Rising Memorials. General, you are third-generation Italian.
Correct.
What has being third-generation Italian meant to you?
Well, I hope I've taken the best part of the Italian succession with me. I'm very conscious of the fact that my grandfather came here from Italy so long ago and made his home here, like a lot of Italians did, and I'm very conscious of that. And my grandfather and my father were both musicians, so music has been very important to me. And my father was a lifelong admirer of Beniamino Gigli. You remember the great tenor, yes. And his music was always played at home. And of course there was always music with my father being a violinist and my grandfather being a violinist. So music has been certainly one of my...
Big part of your life.
Oh, yes.
So you have been involved as a general in the army, and you've been all over the world with the United Nations troops. Which has been the highlight of your career?
Well, overseas I was a battalion commander in the Lebanon, and I was the Deputy Chief of Staff in the Lebanon for a year afterwards. So the battalion, being a battalion commander and having command of about 750 people and being responsible for them was a tough job, but I enjoyed every bit of it.
But you must have good memories and also very tragic memories, I suppose.
Indeed I do, yes. I lost a lot of good friends over the years overseas, and when I was in the Middle East and the Suez Canal for 2 years, casualties were fairly common, and so a lot of friends from not only Irish but from other nationalities. My commander in the Middle East was shot dead on the Suez Canal, a Swedish officer, and that was very traumatic for all of us.
Talking about the Middle East and moving towards international politics, if you like, there is a school of thought which would see the unsolved problem of Palestinian problems in the Middle East as the cause for Al-Qaeda and indeed for 9/11 perhaps.
Well, I have always been of the opinion, personally, that the Palestinian problem was a running sore always, and if it could have been resolved, I think all that followed could have been a lot less. And the failure, I think, of the international community to resolve the Palestinian problem has been at the base of all the problems.
Has fueled all this fuel descent from the Arab world, from the Muslim world.
Yeah.
I just mentioned 9/11, and my next question is to do with the military strategy by the Americans. Do you think that it was a mistake to invade Iraq rather than concentrating all military efforts in Afghanistan, where in fact is the cradle of Al-Qaeda after all?
Yes, I would think that the invasion of Iraq was misguided, to say the least. History would teach us all that it's a very difficult area for anybody to intervene and try and sort things out.
General, final question pertaining to the concept of Irish neutrality, which those who are for the no vote in the referendum on Lisbon, which is going to be run in a few days, say that it will be lost under the treaty, the new treaty. And the other one is the fear that these people have that if the EU, which is seemingly geared towards the institution of an European defence force, that their children will be conscripted into this European army. What do you think about it?
No, I think it's not going to happen. First of all, we are traditionally a neutral country and have been through a great world war and subsequently. I agree that we are a neutral country, we are proud of our neutrality, we have supported the United Nations now militarily for 50 years, have a great reputation as peacekeepers throughout the world, generally acknowledged to be one of the best, if not the best. So I'm sure that's going to, I hope that's going to continue now.
But a possible scenario, from what we understand, is that if there is a European Defence Force, then it will be left to the individual countries to contribute if they wish to troops, because there is the essential principle that to be in a family like the EU only for the benefits that one can get and then shy away if the family is in danger and needs the help of all members.
Yes.
So, I mean, it would be not ethically not nice to shy away.
I would agree with you, and I think the military, the soldiers would very much appreciate being part of a group that would help to defend Europe. I think it's our responsibility to do it, and we can't shy away from that. We're already involved in the European Union in military matters. We have been, the force in Chad, for instance, was a European-led one. In the Middle East, in the former Yugoslavia, we have served with the European forces, not United Nations forces. So there's no reason why we should abrogate our responsibilities. If we're going to be Europeans, we surely should be proud and ready to defend Europe, I think.
Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.